Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
you on the clock.
All right.
How's everybody?
It's National Night Out, so I know it's early.
Hey, listen,
I've seen you speak sometimes.
Look,
It
I
gets
told
long.
them to keep it short so we can get right to it and get on out to the neighborhood. So if I'm talking fast, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me. Just certainly want to say good afternoon to everybody. Good to see the council members here. I know we got a few that are out. Good to see everybody in the community, those that are watching and participating virtually. I'll jump right into the financial report, and I'm just going to give, again, the overview real quick of this so we can get right to it. Sales and use tax has made up a strong rebound from March through June, but in July we saw a dip down about 1.5% compared to July of last year. That's mostly due to lower than expected returns from retailers around this community. One major franchise also didn't remit their July sales taxes by the deadline, so we'll see what that looks like once we get everything settled up. But despite the dip, we're seeing about a 2% year-over-year growth, and we remain optimistic with strong collections in the coming months. We can close the fiscal year with 3% growth overall. Next slide, please. Lodging tax revenue took a slight dip in June, largely due to late reporting from a couple of major entities. That said, July numbers bounced back up over 11% compared to the same time last year. That's more than 162,000 in increased revenue, and year over year we're tracking about 5% growth where that's concerned. Next slide. Gasoline tax, there we go. Gasoline tax had a big month in July, up nearly 39% year over year, and this jump is largely driven by the 3-cent special fuel tax that went into effect in May. We also saw the revenue double from June to July, which may signal that a few more people got on the move around the city and around the state as summer went on. Overall, this line item is up about 7% year over year. Now we'll get to the alcoholic beverage tax revenue. We saw a drop of nearly 34%, or a decline of about $90,000 compared to the same month last year. Maybe a few reasons for that. People could be going out more and drinking less. I don't know about that. Could be some tax payments may have come in late, possible. And lastly, as the finance department notes, we're seeing more events held in venues that don't remit alcohol taxes. That's something I think we ought to think about and maybe reconsider. So we'll have to think about that as we move forward. But all in all, we're tracking about 1% where we were this time last year, so overall, not too bad. I'll be presenting the FY 2026 budget message and full budget document to the City Council at our next meeting on August 19th. I look forward to laying out our plan for the next fiscal year and continuing the progress we've made together. Now, this afternoon, a lot of you were out like I was at the first day of school. Grateful to see all of you out there, and so many parents and students at our schools coming out. And we certainly want to wish all the teachers and staff and everybody in our school system not only a great first day back to school, but a great year as well. Parks and Recreation Department recently wrapped up a fantastic summer program, and we'll continue supporting our young people throughout this school year with different community center programs. So we've been pushing and we've been discussing that a lot about how we make sure we're handling things after school with our young people, just like we did throughout the summer when they were out of school for the entire year. Also, during the Parks and Recreation summer programs last month, more than 300 children took part in civic engagement workshop. These school-age participants, ranging from ages 4 to 16 years old, explored their roles as active contributors to Montgomery's future. Through group discussions, creative activities, and hands-on exercises, they were encouraged to think critically about their community and share thoughtful ideas about improving services and opportunities for young people. The workshop was led by Aseshua Apifan. Did I get it right? I got it, close enough? All right. She is one of our Bloomberg Harvard City Fellows who leads the city's resilience strategy. She brought her expertise in civic innovation to guide and inspire the session. This initiative reflects our community's development and commitment to including young voices in shaping a more inclusive and responsive, youth-friendly future. The ideas generated during the workshop will help inform future strategies and programs that serve our youngest residents. Just as we're empowering the next generation to shape our city's future, we're also celebrating the legacy and excellence of those who have paved the way. Now coming up, we've got some big announcements with some great football games. We want everybody to come out and see over the next couple of weeks. We're bringing in some folks on the West Coast in a change-up. Usually we have regional teams in the FCS kickoff, but I'm excited that we've got UC Davis, which is a great university, coming all the way to the south to play a little football against Mercer, which has improved this program over recent years and it's come a long way. So we're expecting a great FCS Kickoff Classic. It's actually the 11th annual FCS Kickoff Classic. And then on August the 31st, we'll host the Red Tails Classic, which honors the heroic legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen. That game will be played between Tuskegee University and Winston-Salem State University, two great HBCUs, and they'll be airing on ESPN and ESPNU, but we want you to come out and fill up Crampton Bowl so we can have a great showing on our cable news and streaming services, showing just what the community and regional support can offer. So feel free to scan the QR code if you want to purchase your tickets right now. If not, then go to the man in charge of tonight's meeting, the Pro Tem. He's got plenty of tickets. So he's already bought them, so he's ready for you. But we want to build some excitement for this, so we'll have a pep rally coming up on Saturday the 30th for the Red Tails Classic. We'll have some events leading up to the FCS Kickoff Classic as well. So, you know, this is I think the best time of year when the heat kind of lowers a little bit and football kind of rises. So it's always fun in Montgomery, whether it's for our games and certainly when we're hosting the teams that are playing Auburn University or Troy right in our downtown. So we want all of you to come out over these next couple of weeks and support these great events that the city is putting on in partnership with the Central Alabama Sports Commission. Speaking of opportunities and things downtown, Buckmasters Expo will be hosting the 30th annual Expo right here at the Convention Center, August 15th through the 17th. It will feature more than 300 booths of hunting and outdoor gear, hands-on demos, exclusive show specials, and appearances by outdoor celebrities, including Macy Watkins, Allie and Cody Hall, Bama Grill Master Tim Van Doren, and many others. Also returning for its fourth year as a fan favorite, the Bulls and Buckmasters Professional Bull Riding Show. We're waiting to see which councilman can hang on to the bull long enough. Don't see any hands being raised just yet, but there's still a little time for you guys to decide just who's going to be first on the bull and who's going to be first off.
I know who's full of bull.
Well, we invite everybody from the community to come on out again to the Buckmasters Expo for the 30th year doing this. We're proud to support and sponsor with them, and we hope that there'll be more outdoor events that we'll be doing in the upcoming months, certainly in terms of as we look at planning and activating our river, and again, activating our downtown, and certainly with many of the events that have been going on out at Garrett Coliseum as well. Next month, the Department of Cultural Affairs invites everyone to the Riverbend Brewfest and Country Jamboree. William Pruitt, this is right up your alley, man. I mean, yes. Did you get CC out just so you could lead and talk about Brewfest? Brewfest is a great, great time for our community, and we want people to know that we are courting breweries to come downtown. We're courting breweries as part of our retail strategy. I was disappointed to learn from a local brewmaster who's in East Alabama now that they wanted to come to Montgomery maybe a few years ago, and things didn't work out. So we told them we want them to expand to our city, as we know that things like this are, again, about quality of place. Whether it's your food scene, whether it's your destination, and having breweries like this so people can socialize and really hang out with one another. We know these things are important to have. And so to have this Jamboree on Friday, September the 12th, we want all of you to come out and enjoy more than 40 brews, ales, and hard ciders, as well as bourbon and whiskey tastings. Now that don't mean you bring your cup. We'll supply the cups and we'll do the pouring. But you can still come out and enjoy this event. And so we'll also have live music from the Brandon Jordan Band and Wyatt Ailman. Again, another mechanical bull, rodeo roper, smashing zone, and more. So there's a lot in this mayor's message that is really getting to the fall fun, I guess you'd say. July's message was pretty boring. This was pretty good. Tickets are only $35, and there's a $10 discount for all of our military members, and we'll make sure that you can get there safely and get back safely, but make sure that you grab your tickets early and support these type of events so that we can encourage more and more events like this to come to the city of Montgomery, and you all can have your fun right here in the River region. Now I'm proud to share some of the progress we've made through the Montgomery Forward Initiative. Just want to highlight these slides. We can go through these pretty quickly. Next slide. Again, we want to just be grateful to the City Council and highlight the fire station number 10 that we believe is the best in the state, if not in the country. And that was done through the initiative of the Montgomery Forward idea. But the next slide is already paying off, as is that one, and that is the Lagoon Park softball complex. We recently hosted a National Youth Baseball Tournament that brought over 12,000 visitors and generated an estimated $4.1 million in economic impact in just 1 week. And so Ed and Julie, we're already seeing the interest. We're already seeing the questions about what's next in terms of upgrades for this complex. And so we look forward to improving that and really putting some of those funds into this budget, and I think they already are in the budget for next year as we get Lagoon Park back to the place that many of us growing up here knew that it once was some years ago. So this is a great start, great investment, and we look forward to future events coming here along with future growth opportunities with the Lagoon Park complex. We also are nearing completion, next slide, of the Courtney Harmon Pruitt Community Center. It's expected to open later this year. We had a few hiccups there we had to get corrected, but we've got them corrected, and we think that it's going to not only serve the community better, but it's truly fitting of what we want in all of our facilities. That's something that we can all be proud of, not just something that we say that we did to check a box. We're excited about this, and I know we're not as excited as Councilman Pruitt and his family are, but we're working to get those things done and to get that open later on this year. And we're also looking at other centers in other parts of this city. We've had the discussions about where do we add and where do we grow in the future for our community centers, along with phase 2 and phase 3 of the centers that we know we have to upgrade as well. Transitioning from community centers, just very briefly, just a couple of high points on the public safety update. And I'm going to abbreviate my comments here. We'll go to the next slide. We just want to talk about some of the work that our men and women in the Montgomery Police Department have been doing in the area of traffic. Over 50,000 traffic citations with 7,800 moving violations have been issued already year to date. 43,000 red light camera tickets, slowing down traffic. We know that council members get a lot of complaints and comments about traffic and speed zones, and now the school's back in, school zones. And we want the community to know that we're going to be investing millions of dollars into more technology in this year's budget. It will go into speed cameras as well as LPRs, and making sure that we are a city that is surveilled even more so that we can use technology as a force multiplier to make sure our city is safe and to make sure that we have eyes in the sky as much as we can. Because what we have seen already is that we've had 200 fewer crashes compared to this time last year. But we know, again, there's still work to do, and we'll continue to do that, but we're grateful for our men and women at MPD and certainly in the traffic division, as well as our partners with ALEA and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. So with that, we want to just, again, highlight the work and the progress that's happening in all facets of public safety under the leadership of Chief Great Boys, and we'll continue to really highlight that in all of our mayor's messages in different areas so that the community understands that it's not one versus the other. We're looking at traffic, we're looking at pedestrian safety, we're looking at robberies, we're looking at graffiti, we're looking at anything and everything that you look at and you see. We'll be bringing that data forward to the community for them to see just exactly where we stand and the work that we have to do to get a little better. Now I want to give a big shout out to the young professionals who participated in the mayor's internship program this summer. Over the past 2 months, they've worked in departments across the city, from finance to economic development, making a meaningful contribution to impact our community. Our interns have had a meaningful opportunity to grow and connect with a career pop-up at City Hall, showing them opportunities not only here in city government, but throughout other parts of our community. There they received resume reviews, professional headshots, as well as box lunches to fuel their ideas for the future. They also attended an internship breakfast at Auburn University at Montgomery, featuring a keynote address by Marquise Forge, CEO of 1186 Water. Most recently, in celebration of National Intern Day, our interns toured the 1186 facility in Otagoville, followed by a lunch at Oak Tavern. As they wrap up their time with us, we want to thank them for their hard work, and where they're continuing their education or stepping into the workforce, we wish them success in all that lies ahead. I know some of our interns have already returned to school, but many are still with us for a few more weeks. And so at this time, I'd like to invite the interns who are present to join me at the front to receive your certificates, and we take a picture with the City Council. So I ask all the interns to come up front real quick, and we'll get you these certificates, and we'll get our picture, and then we'll get on finish with the mayor's message. Right. All right, come on up front.
Come on. Yeah. Y'all gonna have to tighten up. It's, you know, the screen ain't that wide now. Y'all have to tighten up a little.
So nice. Coach, what do you do too?
Hey, shorter people.
Vertical channel. And come down here, Rhonda. CC in here.
No, you got Charlie. Congratulations. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the work you did. Thank you for the work.
Mr. Pro Tem, that concludes my message. Thank you for the opportunity.